Hi guys, welcome along to the Cosmic Clinic, the first ever Cosmic Clinic here at our Cosmic Ears HQ in Cherished, South Manchester. And every episode it's going to be us bringing you some amazing guests from around the world, especially here in the UK and Europe. And today we're joined by James Higham from the Black Case.
That's correct, yeah.
He's TM for the Lathams,
yeah,
who are having a meteoric rise at the moment.
Yeah.
Amongst others, of course, but we'll get onto that in a minute.
Yeah.
Welcome along, mate.
Nice to be here, thank you, yeah.
First time to Cosmic Ears HQ?
Been a couple of times before, just to pick up the ears and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never seen this room. I didn't know Stormzy was a cosmic artist.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen this room before.
About 4 years now, Stormzy's been with us, and we've got a little wall of fame here. Little Sims,
Nice.
Heady One, Frank Carter of the Rattlesnakes, Johnny Marr and Ash Nico over there as well. So, yeah, we're incredibly humbled by some of the customers that we've got.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Which is great. Yeah. But once again, mate, thank you so much for taking the time to come down.
No worries at all.
And we'd love to hear a bit more about yourself and where it all started for you and the Black Case. Let us know what's it all about.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I started just doing sound engineering in Manchester in venues, and then always wanted to go on tour, so started touring with artists, and then sort of just fell into the tour management thing about 5 years ago, and then loved it, and then create about 2 years ago, just before the pandemic. It was June 2019. We founded Black Case, me and two investors, and then obviously we was rolling into 2020 with a great year ahead, and then the pandemic hit. We had a year off, 18 months off like everyone, and then started again in July 2021, and then we've just been, essentially it's a live operations company, the Black Case, so we provide everything from little splitter tours to bus and truck tours, and everything you see on the tour is provided by us and coordinated by us. You know, all the vehicles, all the crew, for any given artist, you know, and like we do big and small stuff. And we try to work closely with the management on the day-to-day management of the artist. You know,
Sure.
We're not managers, but we take a bit of the burden away from the management.
That's good,
So they can go ahead and get the record deals, the publishing deals, whatever they need to do on the bigger end. You know, so on that end we do sort of like equipment maintenance, you know, maintaining their road equipment, sorting out their rehearsals, in-ears, yeah, and sorting out like studio sessions, video shoots, photo shoots, everything. So yeah,
nice.
It's great.
So you're busy now?
Yeah, been busy since July, been non-stop, and we just stopped just before Christmas, and then back to it really. We got 3-4 artists out this month, and then it rolls on.
Good. Yeah, long may that last.
Yeah, let's hope
we're
so.
waving goodbye to Omicron and COVID.
Yeah,
it's going to be around a while, isn't it? But I suppose it's one of the challenges that you face as a tour manager, isn't it?
Yeah. Along with the Brexit thing and stuff like that, like everyone, you know, it's just another hurdle that we have to get over.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Makes us stronger.
Exactly.
So on that subject, actually, it's quite a good time to bring up this question. What are the challenges that you face as a tour manager? And obviously people that are watching this might be looking to get into tour management. What might those challenges be?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest challenge is just managing your artist on a day to, like, whilst you're on tour, just making sure they're happy, making sure they've got all they need, you know what I mean? And whilst also being like having one eye on the money side of it,
course,
because essentially you're in charge of them making money on any given tour or show, you know.
You can run out of budget pretty quickly, I guess.
Yeah, you can, and sometimes it's you know it's gonna go over budget when you go into stuff, and you've just got to be upfront with the artist and management about that.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as everyone knows what's going on, then it's fine. But some artists just don't get the money side, and they're like, I want this, I want that, and you've kind of got to be like the person that's just like
manage your expectations.
We can't do that yet, maybe, but
let's talk about artist behaviour, because that's got to be something. That's got to be one of your thorns, surely. You know, I think you were saying Lathams are actually pretty.
Yeah, I mean the Lathams are
grounded.
Yeah, they're good. They're just young lads, you know. Give them a toy or an electric scooter to play with, like an RC car. They love RC cars.
If they watch this, what are they going to say to that?
They know. I also love them bringing. They bring toys out on tour with them. You know, like
tour with you boys.
Yeah. Well, that's it. When you walk into a big 3,000 cat venue and you got the dance floor.
Yeah, wicked.
Having an RC car or three in
all
the venue
over
is amazing.
Do
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they love. Yeah, I mean they're fine to be on tour with. They obviously have toured with bands that are really big drinkers and stuff like that, and that's hard sometimes. You know.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, you find ways to get around it, like not putting hotels in the centre of any cities. You know, so you're just away from the gig and you're away from people.
Yeah.
So when they are drinking or when they are doing whatever they want to do, they're in a hotel room or whatever.
Yeah, no one's going to really notice them. Yeah. Tell us about a situation where something's gone really wrong on tour.
Oh yeah, I've got a good one for this. Yeah, everything happened at once during one. I was looking after a band called the Blinders at the time, and we had to go up to. We had like a 2-week run where we had to go up to Lithuania, do a festival, and they're the type they want to use their own backline basically, so we couldn't really fly any of them. So it was alright, we'll do it in a van drive. Get two drivers on it. So we had to go up to Lithuania, come back down, do 2 festivals in Germany, do 2 festivals in Netherlands, come all the way back to Manchester, do Manchester International Festival, and then leave Manchester the next day to get up to Benicassim in Spain.
That's some mileage.
Yeah, and then on the way up to Benicassim was driving back end of France on the border of Spain in a place called Narbonne. The van blows up that we was in, just doesn't, you know.
No.
And then so we sat on the side of a motorway about 36 hours before we were supposed to be at Benicassim, which is still 200-300 mile away.
Joking. Big festival as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, great moment for the band. And then so we sat in the Narbonne trying to figure out a plan. So we get a plan together. The van's in a garage there. We get a 9-seater. Stick the gear that we needed to do the show and use the festival backline. We get up to Benicassim in this 9-seater. Then we had to go. We did Benicassim we got on stage. We arrived at the festival on the time we were supposed to be on stage.
No way.
Got an escort from the entrance to the stage. Got straight on stage. Did 40 minutes of an hour set, which is good going considering what's happened.
Yeah, totally.
Smashed it. It was busy. We had a dead good night. Had a drink with Jerry Cinnamon and stuff like that. Nice. So he was there doing the same stage after us. So that was good.
It all worked out.
Yeah, and then it goes deeper than this. So we had to then go up to Lisbon in Portugal to do a festival. Get there, the band are flying home the next day instead of coming on the drive home, because we've obviously got this thing of the van. We've hired a vehicle in Narbonne in France, so that vehicle's got to go back there. So me and the other driver, we get to the hotel on the day of the festival. I give the band their passports, leave mine and the other drivers in my bag. Get in the van, get in the little 9-seater, go into the festival, realise my bag's not there.
Oh, no.
Someone stole my bag with mine and the other driver's passport in it, all the documents, about £900 in, petty cash that we needed. And then obviously then go and do the festival, deal with that, and then we took. Then the band flew home the next day, which was fine for them, and then me and the other driver were just stuck, no passport, on a Saturday night in Lisbon. The embassy's not open, so we had to get an extra day in the hotel, wait till Monday, get an emergency passport, and then drive overnight back to Narbonne, drop the van, get a train from Narbonne to Toulouse, get a plane from Toulouse to London, and a train from London to Manchester.
Oh my word!
that was like
that's some steps.
That's everything that you can want to go that could go wrong.
Possibly go wrong.
Tour happened all in one.
I suppose in that situation you just got to keep your head on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Keep you cool and just try and work through the issues, right?
Yeah, you've just got to deal with it. Luckily, I had a good team back at home with the company working in the office, and we was liaising with them all the time.
Yeah.
And they were coming up with ideas. So it was good. I mean, I would have hated to be on my own in terms of not having the office.
Yeah, the
with
support
me,
there.
But yeah, you couldn't write that story.
No, you couldn't, no. So I mean that leads on nicely to the next question of any aspiring tour managers. What are some of the attributes that they need to have? Obviously patience and I suppose optimism and hope. But
patience, optimism. You need to know how to work a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
You need to always have one eye on the business side and the practical side of things, the ideas versus what's practical to do in this real world. And to any aspiring tour managers, is not, if you think there's an application form that you can fill out, you're completely wrong. Just
life.
Yeah, just get out there and
life and experience.
Yeah, right? just get out there, work for a few bands for free, and be willing to just be around and help out, and then the time will come when you called upon, and you need to do something
and trusted upon.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you obviously got to where you are yourself personally and with the Black Case, because you're good at what you do.
Yeah. Well, I like to. Sometimes I'm good at what I do. Sometimes I blag it. You've got him.
You learn from your mistakes, don't you?
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is never, for me anyway, and some people are different, but I'd say just never say you're something that you're not.
Yeah.
Like
never advice,
never and like say you can do something that's like, if you've never done a tour before, don't take on an American tour. Because it's
funny,
it's a whole different kettle of fish.
There's a lot of people, there's a school of people that will always say you can do the job and then just wing it later. But in your position, when you're tour managing, you've got people who are relying on you.
You're in charge of people's career for that period.
Yeah.
And people's money, it's not, when you're spending money on a tour, it's not your money. It could end up costing you.
Yeah.
If I get the visas wrong, and we don't get into Japan, it's
on your
shoulders. It's going to cost me loads of money.
Yeah.
Or my company anyway.
Yeah.
And transparency between everyone, between you and the management. Just always tell them what's going on.
Yeah.
Because if they think everything's fine when it really isn't. Then you're just heading for
trouble there.
You're just heading for trouble, so always just be transparent and just say this isn't done yet. Give them updates. I send out weekly updates to each manager that I work with on what some days, some weeks there's nothing to update because they haven't got, like a couple of artists haven't got anything till March, so I don't update them. But if I'm currently I'm working on the US, a US tour, so I'm sending out, right, this is where I'm up to. I've got the international flights done, got the internal flights, I've got all the, blah blah blah, so
great advice.
Great
advice.
It's just transparency.
Yeah, that's a really nice takeaway. And let's talk about the Lathams. It's clear to see from the past 6 months especially that they're on a pretty steep upward trajectory. They're doing really, really well.
Yeah.
How's that been for the guys?
It's great. brings in it brings its own challenges. You know, they've gone from 0 to 100 really fast. Like, we did one tour in a splitter, and then the pandemic hit, and then the next tour we did was in a tour bus and a truck. You know, so I mean, they've done a lot of splitter touring, because we a month before that was on the road with the Blossoms. So we, you know, they've done the time in a splitter. But yeah, it's great, and on a production level, it's great because you can push boundaries. You know, with the Blackpool show that they've got coming up, we've got a few ideas for that in the works that no one's ever done in the venue before. We still don't at this stage whether it's possible to do it.
I was about to say,
but the ideas are there. You know, and working with an artist that's doing so well, it just helps you push yourself because their expectation, their label, their management expects the highest amount of work and the level of work.
Yeah.
And me as a professional, I always want to give that. And on a production level, like I say, it's you can grow it, and you can have them ideas. You can throw them ideas out there, the mad ones, and maybe it comes off. You know, and yeah, and like I say, it goes back to before. Any ideas you have, just always have your eye on the money.
Yeah, sure. No idea is too small, but like you say, you've got to
quickly becomes silly. You know.
And how about any gigs of note that you can announce? Obviously, I know that you're probably under confidentiality, but any...
I mean, the Lathams have got the Blackpool Empress Ballroom on the 9th of April, which is sold out, and they've got few tours, few shows in Europe, which is a few festivals and stuff. So we're playing with the Arctic Monkeys a few times, which is amazing. I'm a big Arctic Monkeys fan.
Cosmic Ears customers.
Are they really?
They are indeed. Yeah, they are indeed.
Wow.
Yeah, they use our products.
Way.
Yeah. Whether Alex does or not on stage, you know, I think he still likes his monitors, but...
Right. Oh yeah, because I've watched a few things that I've wondered whether Alex uses.
But we did the band about 2 years ago. Yeah,
amazing.
But actually it was way before that. It's 3 years ago because it's before the pandemic. But
that's amazing. Yeah. So that's
great for the boys, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're on a few festivals with them. Yeah.
Nice.
So which is good.
Nice.
And yeah.
Tell us a few things about the guys that no one else will know. Keep it clean. But the meatier the better.
There's no really meaty stuff about them really. They're not dead rock and roll. They don't really drink that much.
All round top lads.
Yeah, the guitar player's just bought a turtle, which is...
I'll tell you what,
great.
that is inside information.
You know,
no one would know that.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, one thing is what we talked about before. They love to have tour. They love to have a few toys on the road. You know, if they could have a truck with their bikes in it, they would
do it,
follow us around. You know,
make a note of that, please, Fran. We know what to send them though. Anyway, so a few Nerf guns and some indoor skittles.
Yeah. They love darts. We take a dartboard everywhere with us. Every venue, there's a room that's just a darts room.
That's brilliant.
You know,
that is brilliant.
So
amazing. Yeah. Now we know. And finally, James, why Cosmic Ears?
They're just great. I mean, they're the best in the UK, at least that I know of. You know, and if not the Europe, if not, they're the best that I've had. You know, and like I said to you before, the prior with the band we use all Sennheiser stuff, but with generics, and it was getting on the line of like, especially with the singer Alex, he was ready to drop them, and until we got the Cosmics, and it's just like done. You know, we don't have. I did monitors for them on the last tour, and we didn't use one monitor in any of the 20 venues that we played in. You know,
and the guys are happy with it.
Yeah, amazing. We didn't even use side fills or anything. You know, so it's.
Fantastic.
And our techs are on Cosmics as well, to be fair. So yeah.
The whole Adams family.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And front of house engineer is, lighting engineer is as well. So.
Right. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Right, James. Well, look, thank you so much for taking the time. Really, really appreciate it.
No worries.
Really golden advice for anyone that's listening. And thanks again
thanks for having
your
me.
time, mate. Thank you. Send our best to the boys.